Well met. I'm Gwentbliedd. Um, I've been playing Hearthstone since like beta or release. Um, been playing for on and off for a very long time. I remember like Total Biscuits videos where he would like build a kind of like a meme deck and go and play it. Um, yeah, that's kind of like my background. I've been playing Hearthstone for a while. Nice to meet you. Anyway, I really like talking about games. And I stream Hearthstone occasionally. I decided because it's a new year that I wanted to kind of talk about the changes that are coming. Um I tried to kind of record my thoughts on the Year of the Scarab changes. Not really sure if I'm going to post that. It didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. Overall, I think Warrior is going to become more tempo heavy. Uh, Death Knight, I think, is going to be kind of really just good for control. Like other decks that try to just win the game are going to have, like other control decks, I should say, are going to have a hard time. Shadow Step being removed, Brawl being removed is going to be very interesting. Death Knight without Corpse Explosion is going to be really interesting. Those are my thoughts. Anyway, um, so if you don't know, today was the Hearthstone Spotlight. Blizzard has been like doing these insane spotlights. It seems like the Overwatch community like just blew up, right? Um there's a cat with the jetpack. I don't know what's going on. I don't really play Overwatch. Like I not as much as I play like World of Warcraft or Hearthstone. Anyway, but these are the this is like the patch notes, I guess they're calling them for whatever reason. Um but like today was like the spotlight. They announced the first expansion, which seems to be called Cataclysm, not the direction I thought it was going to go. Because it's called Year of the Scarab, I thought we were going to like Encourage or uh, Old Doom. I think that's a place with like Nerubians or something, maybe. I thought it was going to be like very insect heavy. Not this. Although it still could be. It still could be. Cataclysm is a very broad thing. Anyway, uh, I'm not going to play the stuff here because I just don't feel like it. I don't know. Um but there are some things I do want to talk about. Like right now, you can get a War Master Blackhorn, which 7 mana 6/6, destroy all cards that cost 2 or less in both players' hand or decks. Okay, good lord. This is like Skulking Geist on steroids, kind of. I don't know how good this card is going to be overall, but like it hits minions, it hits spells, locations, it hits anything else, heroes, I guess. If somehow a hero card costs 2 or less. Uh Very doubtful though. Um but it hits anything that costs 2 or less. And I think that's a very important part of this card is that if you're like a control player playing against aggro, you just made all of their like most of their deck go poof with this. Um, like their little 1 mana, 2 mana minions. If you can make it to turn 7, granted, that's a big ask. Getting to turn 7, that's a big ask. I kind of see why Shadow Step might have been removed. Uh, this in Rogue would be really gross because let's say you have like 3 mana cards that generate cards, right? So like you're not entirely out of the game, or you have like a hero power that generates cards. Um, Warmaster Blackhorn Slam destroy most of their cards. You're not totally out of the game. You generate some cards that cost 2 or less. Rogue Shadow Steps the War Master Blackhorn, slams it again, destroys all your cards. So I kind of get it. Same with, I think Youthful Brewmaster got rotated too, um, or removed from the core set. So I kind of get it now. I kind of understand. I was like, why are they like, thank you, but why? You know. So yeah. So this card seems really cool. I don't know overall the overall impact because like I'm thinking my first instinct is like, oh, this just like shits on aggro more. But it's a legendary in a 30 card deck. There's a lot of ways to like tutor for it, if you will. Tutoring being like an old or like not an old, but like a Magic the Gathering term where like you have like, hey, discover a minion from your deck with give it a um yeah, I think it's alright. I think it's alright. It's kind of nutso. It's it has like a lot of upside potentially in like the right meta. Has a lot of downside in the wrong meta. It's like one of those cards. Anyway, enough about this card you can get for free. Upcoming events, online event, Rally the Dragonflights. Help the Hearthstone community unlock all the Dragonflights earn a free legendary Abyssian. Ooh, I like Abyssian. He's cool. And 2 signature copies of Envoy of the End from February 9th to March 17th. Visit our Cataclysm Rally Point page to take the community's effort to prepare for Deathwing's attack. Okay, so like Deathwing's attacking. Cool. So we get free cards. Upcoming in-game events. Seems like new cards. Seems like new cards. Oh, here they are. The first wave is here. Ragnaros and Alakir are launching their Assault, just as the Ensemble Deathwing channels. Okay, so this is like literally kind of recreating the Cataclysm WoW expansion because like that's kind of like how it starts. I believe is like Ragnaros and Alakir are kind of like going nuts, and Thrall's like, "Hey, the fuck, right?" Um, ooh, sweet. I'm gonna actually move my guy, my face. Sweet. If I can, there we go. Sweet Ragnaros. Sweet Ragnaros. I actually like that. I really like the Ragnaros skins. Um, Death and Madness seems like phase 2. The Undead Onyxia. So we're getting a new Onyxia. If Azrael someone survives the first assault, 2 more lieutenants are ready to strike. The next Undead Onyxia. Yes, really, and Brutal Cho'Gall. So you can earn packs, it looks like. It looks like you can earn packs, which is really cool. So like you can earn packs before the release. Because the expansion's not until like April. It's gotta be. Um oh, and then you can earn a Twilight Hammer Cho'Gall skin. That's cool. New legendary quest chain. Brace yourself for Cataclysm, where perilous quests and glorious rewards await. Prepare for Deathwing's arrival with a new legendary quest chain. From February 17th to March 3rd, and the next from 3rd to 17th. Okay. Hearthstone updates. Oh, we're also okay. I see now why they also call it a patch note because we are getting like card changes. So we got a new keyword, Herald. The new Herald keyword sets the stage for the arrival of your class Colossal. And the more you use Herald, the stronger your Colossal becomes. Playing a minion with Herald summons a soldier that carries the same effect as your Colossal's appendages. Okay. Use Herald twice to double the power of your Colossal, its appendages, and its soldiers. Use Herald 2 more times to double it again. Herald even empowers Deathwing himself in a unique way. So, like, it's like Cthulhu, where, like, you're supposed to build your deck around these, like, Herald cards. to empower this like in-game card. Become Death Whole. With the new Deathwing Worldbreaker hero card, you become a force of destruction. Playing it transforms your hero into Deathwing and lets you unleash a cataclysm, raise the battlefield with fire, topple the strongest enemy minions, summon a powerful dragon ally, or send a fresh reinforcements into your deck. But why choose one? The more you've used heralds before playing Deathwing, the more cataclysms you can unleash. Okay, so like it's a payoff for like if you build your deck around heralds, Deathwing just like does all the things. Cool. Rally the Dragonflights. The 5 Dragonflights were instrumental in defeating the original Deathwing, so the heroes of Azeroth are calling on them once again. The classes aligned with Azeroth's defenders are Mage, Hunter, Warrior, Paladin, and Priest. Mage, Hunter, Warrior, Paladin, Priest. Okay. And each one of them receives a new legendary dragon aspect. Hunters are getting Abyssian. Okay, so I'm really assuming here. But if Hunters are receiving Abyssian, I'm assuming Paladins are receiving Bronze because they've received them in the past before. Um, Mages are blue. Is Warrior green? Because Abyssian's of the Black Dragonflight. Yeah, it says Abyssian is literally of the Black Dragonflight. So is Warrior green and Priest is red? Or is it the other way around? Is Warrior red and Priest is green? That'd be really weird. That's really weird. It's really weird that Hunter gets the Black Dragonflight instead of the green one because they've gotten green Dragonflight cards in the past. So it's very curious. Rebuild shattered cards to so this is what shattered cards are do. Okay. So if you don't know, there's been a card in uh the latest expansion. I can't remember what it's called. I can across the time waste that says like destroy a shattered card or something like that. Um and it says like if you read it, it goes Chromie, fix this. This is the wrong timeline or something like that. And so I've been like, what the heck does Shattered do? So Deathwing's forces are tearing through Azeroth, so come to her aid by healing Shattered cards and earn mighty rewards. When you draw a card with Shatter, it breaks apart and its pieces fly to opposite ends of your hand. When you make those pieces touch again by playing the cards in between them, they recombine and grant you 2 effects for the price of 1. This is probably going to be really good in not Death Knight, Demon Hunter, like an aggro Demon Hunter type of deal. Like, but you don't lose them, so like eventually they will, as you play, they will eventually meet. Like, so like other classes might use it, but my first instinct is like, oh, this is probably really good in Demon Hunter. What about the cards? Y'all cards. Ooh, okay. So here we've got some cards. Victor Nefarious, Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, craft a custom undead dragon. It costs 3 less. And it's non-ruined. I don't know, like, is this like crafting a custom undead beast, the Zombeast? If so, this could get pretty crazy. But you can only do it once, so like you kind of want. Oh, and he's an undead. He's not a dragon. He's a 5-mana 5/5 undead. Interesting. He's gonna really like. I don't know if Death Knight really cares. It just depends on the pool of dragons we get in this expansion. Obviously, this is going to be a very dragon heavy expansion. It's Cataclysm. Deathwing's literally on the box. Um, so it's going to be very interesting to see how he pans out. Like it's all going to matter on like the dragon pool that he pulls from, and like everything like that. So, and War Master Blackhorn. Huh? I know there are more cards. I know there are more cards. Hold on. Here's Deathwing. I don't know why he was so hard to find. I don't know why he was so hard to find. He's anyway. Become the World Breaker. New Deathwing hero card. 10 mana, 12 armor. Yo, neutral legendary hero card. Choose one to Cataclysm to Unleash, but as you play more Herald cards, you get better. You get to choose more of them. We saw or we've seen. Oh, yo. Okay, so Warrior is getting Ragnaros as their like colossal card. Death Rattle, deal 2 to an enemy, random enemy Herald twice to upgrade. Okay. At the end of your turn, trigger your minions' Death Rattles. Death Rattle Warrior, interesting. Ragnaros the Great Fire. Are we getting one for each of the elementals? Is that what's going on here? Because oh yeah, no wait, they just read. Gwent, just read. All classes are getting a brand new legendary colossal card in Cataclysm. The new Herald keyword is tied to Deathwing's arrival. So only the 6 classes aligned with him reap its benefits. Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. Why does Warrior get both? Why not just cut it off there? Why is Warrior? Because Warrior's getting dragons. I mean, like, and that made sense because they have Dragon Warrior currently in Standard. They have a lot, like they have like a Dragon deck going on. Do they like? Are they trying to like give cards and like a strategy to like a control warrior? Because Dragon Warrior is more of a tempo, aggro, mid range kind of strategy. Envoy of the End, Taunt, Battlecry, Heraldry, Colossal. 5 mana 5/4. That's kind of rough. It's more aggressively statted. Oh, okay. So here we actually get to see Abyssian. So the Dragonflights, yeah, change from his humanoid visage form into a powerful dragon, gain improved stats and benefits from his own abilities that lets dragons rush into battle. Oh, okay, so Abyssian, he's a 7 mana 6/6. Battle Cry. Your dragons have rushed this game, which is really good for Hunter. Hunter. Ooh. Ooh. So that gives like Hunter a way to control the board or like keep the board. Hunter's a very board fighting centric deck. Or not deck, but class. Like they're getting Halazi back, and they're even buffing Halazi, which is really interesting. So it seems like they really want Hunter to fight for the board, rather than, and that makes sense. It seems like they also really want minion combat to really matter in the upcoming changes, because some of the changes to coming to the core set. This is really interesting. 7 mana might be too much for Hunter though. It depends on what's going on in Hunter. Um, I I dig Abyssian's card art kind of. I don't get why he's blue. Did they make Abyssian blue at the end of Dragonflight and I just didn't notice? The face paint makes like it kind of resembles it, but the blue. But he's definitely this. He's definitely of the Black Dragonflight. So oh, we also get to see Paladins. Uh, Colossal Dragon, Chromatus. It's the 5-headed dragon. Yo. Okay, so in Nefarian's lair, They basically had like a Tiamat ripoff. Not really a ripoff, but like just like it had one head of each of the different dragon aspects, which Tiamat has one head for each of the different chromatic dragons. Um, Taunt. So 8 mana, 8/8, colossal +4, taunt, life steal, elusive, divine shield, and each head. This is really interesting. This is a very interesting card. I don't know. Taunt, life steal, elusive, divine shield. Man, evaluating this card is very weird because each one of the heads has death rattle remove that keyword that like is its thing from Chromatus. So each head, as each head dies, it removes the buff from Chromatus. And so like taunt is almost always getting removed because if you play this to defend yourself, deal 3 versus deal 8 to get to the paladin's face, it's like a no-brainer. And then the rest, it doesn't have rush. But what does heralding it do? I wonder. I don't know what heralding it will do because Rag herald twice to upgrade, and Paladin. Oh, and is Paladin's not getting herald? Paladin's not heralding, but Paladin is getting Chromatus. Interesting. Okay. So here's some of the Shatter cards. 4 mana Shatter. Draw 3 minions. 4 Shattered. Give minions in your hand +2/+2. So wait, can you play? You can play the pieces separately, or play them as one combined card. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. That's kind of nutso. So now I thought it was they break apart and you couldn't play them until they came back together. But that's not the case. Okay. So this one card turns into 2 cards. That's very interesting. That's going to be very interesting for like a resource management thing, like standpoint. 4 mana, draw 3 minions. 4 mana, give minions in your hand +2/+2, and then 4 mana, it gets both of them. That's pretty good for Hunter. Like as like a I restock, and then hand buff if they're fighting for the board like with Abyssian, like they kind of seem to want to. It helps them stay on board a little bit easier, get ahead on board a little bit easier. Paladin's getting 4 mana, summon 2/4/2 Drakes, give your minions +1/+1, and Divine Shield, and it's a holy spell. Flight maneuvers. Epic. Interesting. Okay. Play with precision using new hand targeting card. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the freaking phone. We have hand precision now. So for the longest time, anything that had to deal with your hand has been random. Dirty rat. Um Anything that goes, hey, pull a card from your opponent's hand has been random. And so like what the heck? 2 mana Choose a minion in your two. So location, chamber of aspects, 2 mana, 2 uses. Choose a minion in your hand, give it +2/+2. So like you can purposefully buff your Chromatus, but what does that do for its heads? Right? Like, is this is a neutral. 3 mana, 3/4 battlefield blaster. Choose a spell in your hand to give it spell damage +1. So like it makes your your fireball goes from 4 mana deal 6 to 4 mana deal 7. 4 mana deal 8 because you can run 2 of these. That's pretty spooky. And you get to choose. Like if it was randomized, it would be a whole lot worse. But because it's not, because you get to say this card, that is crazy. And this is going to be a recurring mechanic. Okay. I'm not upset by that. I'm not totally upset by that. Like, Hearthstone has really had a really hard time with player to player interaction and like or like any kind of hand interaction. So I'm very curious to see what they do with this because if I can play a dirty rat even for 10 mana that goes, "Hey, get that minion out of my opponent's hand." And I'm a control player, I might play it if it's a combo, if it's like I'm in a combo matchup, right? Maybe not for 10 mana. Maybe that's an exaggeration. But if I'm and that's like kind of what Dirty Rat, Utanis, cards like that have been used as is like a combo disruptor tool. And so if we are getting choose a thing in your hand and we don't get choose a thing in your opponent's hand, that'll be very disappointing. I'll be very disappointed by that, but I'll still like I'll get it. I'll understand because like that's probably might be too powerful. Maybe I don't know. I have like it'll just depend, I guess, on like what they do. And it seems like they want this to be a thing because it's this mechanic. They're like, hey, it's coming back in future updates, and you can literally see. Oh, okay. So like you see the UI. UI is not bad. UI is not bad. Like rather than like pull up like discover type of effect or whatever. It you okay. Does your opponent see the spell? Or do they just see that you buffed something in your hand and they can go, "Oh, that's a spell. Okay, cool." I think that'll like matter. If they know exactly what spell it is. Actually, I mean, I guess it might not matter cuz like if you're playing against like a mage and their goal is to make a 4 mana deal 10 type of card and you know that like that's the entire point of the deck, whether or not they know the spell doesn't really matter because you're like, oh, they're just gonna play a big booming spell, big bopping spell. Interesting. Destroy the highest health enemy minion. Deal 4 to all enemy minions. Enthrall. Wait. Each one of these triggers separately in the animation. So if I destroy the highest health minion, enemy minion, and it has like death rattle, summon like 2/4/4s or whatever. Can I do topple into raise? Like, can I topple it and then do raise and destroy the like things it summons? I hope so. I hope that's how that works. Enthrall, shuffle five random legendary dragons into your deck. They cost 1. Eh. Like, right now, that could be really bad. Because, like, if you get Syndragosa from Mage, you don't get her payoffs. You don't get the Azure Stone, and you don't get Malagos, I assume, because of how Fabled puts it into your deck during deck building. But like, if you get Ysera, 1 mana, 4/12, gain 3 mana, it's not bad. Fyrakk, 1 mana, what is he, a 7/7 right now? Cast 15 mana worth of fire spells. Those are pretty good. It also just like depend on the current, or like not the current, but like the future legendary dragons, because obviously like it won't get Abyssian. It wouldn't get Abyssian. I just realized, because Abyssian's front half is not a dragon, and that's probably the half it looks at for the pool. I highly doubt you get this version, unless you can. If you can get the back half version of Abyssian, that's insane. 1 mana, 12/12. Your dragons have rushed this game. It's going to be nuts. Nuts. You can get Chromatis. It'll just depend on the dragons. And that's not like me trying to cop out. That's just like facts, you know? Very interesting that, I mean, I get it why hero cards don't have tribal, typal, kindred. I think it'd be really funny if Deathwing had dragon on it, because there are kindred dragon cards in Warrior where like you get bonus effects if you played a dragon, and Deathwing's a dragon. So like if I play this and then I play the, what is it, 8 mana 5/5 that like deals 5, gain 5 armor, like let me, why can't I play that, then play that the next, play the 8 mana 5/5 next turn? That like reduces its cost by 3 or something like that. I mean, Deathwing's hero power is pretty strong for like ending the game. Oh my god, Death Knight. I mean, they're losing Foam Render. I mean, Deathwing's just like a game ender. This is just 100% a game ender, right? Can you put Deathwing in every class deck? Or can you only put Deathwing? Like, can I put Deathwing in, say, a Paladin deck, I guess? Or whatever, like, whatever classes are allied with the Dragonflights? If not, then what are the allies getting? The Dragonflights getting? Are they getting, it'd be really funny if they got Alexstrasza, actually. Or Thrall. If they got Thrall as like a neutral hero, that'd be funny. Excited. I'm very curious to see how they do things, like the other future cards coming. I might do more. I might do like a full set review later, or not later. Whenever we get all the cards revealed, things like that. But yeah, thank you. Yeah. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I stream during the weekend, usually around noon, sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later. Depends on whether or not I wake up. love to see y'all there on at twitch.tv/Gwentbliedd. Um, like I said, this is just like me kind of like ranting, rambling, and talking about the changes coming to Hearthstone, which I'm kind of interested in seeing how they shake out. But for now, bye.